Good afternoon, everybody. New York Open has been out for about an hour and a bit, and we've just taken, well, we created equal highs around London Kilson's high, and we've taken a London session once, and it looks like we are going to take this low out right here. So for context, we are bearish. We're selling. Why? Because market structure is bearish, number one. Number two, when you look at the context of everything, starting off with the weekly, we've headed into this order block. Why is this an order block? Because we have a fair value gap here. We filled the fair value gap, created this swing low. So fair enough, we could be bullish, but that bullishness has to have a target. Now, on the weekly time frame, we're heading into this order block where I should see some resistance. And because of market structure and me believing we're bearish, I think that bullishness from this swing high, swing low, is taking us into this order block to then take liquidity as well, because we've taken this high out, which is, yeah, bottom left. Why is it gray? I looked at it as well and I didn't change it. So that's the weekly high, which we've just taken out right here. We've also entered into this order block range, the last upwards candle before this big, massive bearishness. We have wicked above the order block, but this is the high of it. And in that, we haven't taken it out. But the body or the main bullishness, or to be fair, the body is what should be analyzed. It's right there. The range is this. Weekly high, the time frame would that be? I'm going to call it order block. It's on multiple time frames. So again, weekly bias, we have this swing low right here, and that means this should be bullish, but up until where? Now it could either take us up here, but we've taken this weekly range, and then we've headed up into this order block. Market structure is bearish. You can see we're creating these lower lows and lower highs. We've also entered into this order block range, which the best order block right here is actually going to be the daily, which is this. So I'm going to make that the daily order block. And then we've tagged into it. Long story short, we've taken out liquidity, tagged into it. I'm expecting displacement. If we get a large displacement, taking out this liquidity right here. Why is this liquidity? Because it's a swing low and it's taken out London Kilson's low. So if we displace downwards, I'll be happy to sell off the retrace. We've been bearish for a while. So having a look at DXY on the daily time frame, we have this swing high we're yet to take out. This is the weekly fair value gap, which we've tagged into once. Came up to about midway point of this range. And looks like we're dealing a little bit towards the downside. Another key thing as to why I've entered the stream is because we are heading into the time of silver bullet. You see our second bar? This space here is the silver bullet window. I'm not sure what this 9 to 10 is, but 10 to 11 is the silver bullet window, which is in our time 3 to 4 p.m. GMT, and it's currently 2:58. So 2 minutes until we can start looking for the silver bullet idea, which is to look for liquidity, market structure shift, and a buy or sell wherever the market structure shift pleases. So it looks like we're about to take this out. I would prefer for it to not just yet, mainly because of the time frame we're on. I'd rather take buy side liquidity first. But at the end of the day, we could take sell side to then take buy side to then go back down again. But we're here just to monitor because again, it could be anything really. Excuse me. So we have equal highs here. This is from the 15-minute time frame. This is a collation or accumulation of these highs, these highs, these highs, which retail sees this as support, which is why we want price to take this liquidity out. And again, fueling ideas to settle down. So now we've created equal lows down here. Again, retail sees this as support. When we have this range, supply, support and resistance, retail is going to buy this. The only way we buy this is if we take out liquidity, but I don't want to buy it, but they will buy it. Think of it like this. There's some of them buying it to this area, and what will they be doing? They'll be buying it into people that will be selling it from this area. Like, this is kind of like retail. So what is institutions seen here? Money. And the best thing will be bam, bam. Ideally, you would want to see a taking of the low to the buy side to create this. But both of these are both plausible. So we've now entered officially into 3 o'clock range. And I quickly want to highlight the midnight session open and the New York session open. Guess this is it. And then we have pretty much the same area. So orange is the midnight, and then purple New York open. So midnight opened up, came down, took liquidity, came back up, created liquidity, came back down, took liquidity, came back up, created liquidity, came back down, created liquidity. I'm expecting it to come back up, sweep liquidity, and then finally make its move. So remember, ideally you want to take both sides. You want to take the sell side first into buy side. News releases in, well, now actually, what is it? Oh, it's negative CAD news. Doesn't really affect us. It's a medium impact anyway. On the daily for DXY, you've touched up on that. Let's look at EU. We haven't looked at EU for a minute because I've been looking for sales on GU mainly. So we'll know this is there, but we're going to remove it because price is currently here. I think it's just to mock out retail's ideas. Let's mark it out with maroon line because it is quite large. Change keyboards. The way to rotate this. I don't think that exists. What? What is it? Oh, it's an old strategy. I just delete it, honestly. It's fine. Anyway, that's the weekly for value gap. The marine lines here. We also created equal highs here. Try to add it just below. So we have liquidity and the low of the weekly fair value gap. And then I wish you could do like dashed lines, like a one straight line and diagonally cross across it. Okay, wait. I've taken liquidity. This is good. I think price wants to go up before it goes back down. On the hourly, this is also good because we've encountered this area of the daily order block. We'd want to take this swing low out here. Taking this one out, but not with displacement here. We've taken this bit out with displacement. We also have an hourly fair value gap here. I'm not going to use lines because we have so many. So I'm going to use a box for now. Probably going to delete it soon because it's quite clear to see. And within this, oopsie, 1 hourly fair value gap, expected to be used as a support for price to take out buy side liquidity up here. So what we're looking for right now is a push upwards, and the only swing high we have right now would be this swing high right here, and we would want price to break above it with displacement, fall back into the optimal trade entry to then buy it towards the high, which is the equal highs of London kill zone, New York kill zone, this area here that's shaded in. I'm gonna make it blue. I'm gonna make it orange actually because we're looking to sell from it. And then when that liquidity of this area has been taken out and then we get that displacement, then that's our cue to enter sells, which is where we believe price will wants to go. As you can see, price is going down right now, but I don't think this is the true distribution. So I'm going to bring back the silver bullet window so we can see the range of where we're looking for the move to happen. And there's no more news for today, right? Yeah, it's all done. What's the time? 3. Okay, I need to start doing something by 4 to 5. Okay, so this is what we're looking for now. Just displacement upwards, pull back, and we can buy 2 equal highs over here. After that, should expect price to sweep it. And then once that sweep has happened, displace dump downwards, enter ourselves. DXY. Again, tag this weekly fair value gap. We haven't really had the displacement from it, to be fair. So I can't say that we've had the confirmation that it's bullish. But structure-wise, we've taken out these highs. This range here was consolidating for a while. We've taken it out, and we've stayed above that range for a while. So it's not just the space upwards, the space downwards type of move. And we have this liquidity to take. So I believe price wants to take it out. This was just to use to showcase divergence earlier. Is it possible we go straight down? Yes. The only thing is we didn't take out London kill zone's high here, but we took it out here. The issue with EU, although it took out London's kill zone, is that it took it out once, twice, 3 times. So if you go in here, to be fair, you could have probably made profit because you'd been selling to around here. And then here you would have, I don't know, potentially. Let's just wait. Keep this open. I'm going to rock like this. So yeah. Pretty boring stuff really, but that's how it goes. Still Thanksgiving. Be our and mine. Be unto your forever and ever. Amen. 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 Sing and glory. Come Thanksgiving. Yeah, down where am I? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so we're getting some form of a thingy. There was a is it this? Oh, is this? This actually gives you a signal, I believe, if it believes there's a option. Like there's a signal to buy or sell. Okay, let's took this liquidity. I don't know what the boxes mean exactly. Like, does it want me to sell here or what? That's not a fair value gap. Blessings and glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, and honor, power and might be unto your King God forever and ever. We need more of a stronger move. I'm actually. Let me see my YouTube real quick. Show you guys what I'm doing. Just got my face. Kind of want it to be a bit more zoomed in. I'll start later. Probably best to change time frame. I can't wait till I get to a level where I could see this red arrow that I've drawn, like get to a point where I'm consistently able to do this and then trade upon it. Even though I likely won't. But basically I start to predict where institutions will be before they're there. Makes sense. Okay, this is good movements. Alarma. Right, so here it says here we're looking for the break of the swing high, which is over here. Like when price is moving downwards like this strongly, price has to reverse and take out a key area before you consider a change in direction, which is why we've marked out this area here. Why not this here, this high here, or this high? Because this is just liquidity by itself. It's not much, but within context, it's a bit better value. But this is a swing high, which means that price came down to this area, created this high right here. Now there's going to be liquidity above this, more so than this high and this high. And not only that, it's a character of the market, and other people see it too. We're looking for a displacement. It doesn't have to be in a 3 minute. When you see price move like this, you could technically have used something like the 1 minute, but there's no swing highs here. They're all interactive. I mean, technically, there's a swing high right here. And then you did. Oh, I missed this. In theory, you could have entered this. I missed this being a swing high right here. But it's fine. In theory, it's very soft. Like, it's not like a clean area. And we can wait for something a little bit clean on the 5 minute. So red arrow is pretty much almost to the T correct. We just now need that break of this area right here. I mean, in theory, all you need to do, like if I wasn't streaming, here's what I'll do. Alert, set, just below the level. All right, so yeah, we're just waiting. Nothing much. When price keeps doing this dilly dallying thing where you want it to move up quickly and it's moving and it comes back down, or it's moving slow, you move up a time frame. Because if you move down, it's only going to be more pronounced. But you could potentially use this, but not. I'm not feeling that. That's very aggressive. I want to play it safe, so I want this swing high to be taken out, which is a swing high on a 3 minute time frame. And then not only that, I would like to see displacement following suit. If not, then I'm not interested. Price is moving a little bit sluggishly. It is probably going to follow my red arrow, but we're still waiting. You gotta wait for the elephant. Always wait for the elephant. Otherwise, if you don't wait for the elephant, and you get into the pool, you're gonna have all this water against you. But the elephant displaces the water. When the elephant's there, you can ride the elephant. Do you know how much you can save? You save your energy, your time, your effort, the potential of drowning, just by waiting for an elephant. It's like waiting for a taxi. Why walk ahead of the taxi when you can wait for the taxi? Because if you walk away from the taxi is gonna take longer to catch up with you, or even worse, it will go on without you. But if you wait for it and you get ahead of it, like I'm ahead, I predicted what the institution will do. Not that they will do it necessarily, but if I place myself ahead of time and I create rules that showcase that not only are they there, that they're ready and they're willing, then I can utilize all of those things to then get on top of the elephant. And right now, there's no elephant. Okay, that's the sound, or you didn't hear it, but the sound of the alert. So, hmm, I don't know what time intervals I have access to. It won't allow me odd numbers, I don't think. They used to give this out for free. Crazy. Or maybe I just paid for it. I don't know. Anyway, swing high right here. 5 minute. We don't really have that displacement we're looking for. It's also took out New York. So, this could even be a continuation more so than a. What if this is a thingy? Mm. Okay, we can only be live for 26 more minutes. Okay, we've traded above the area of interest, which is the swing high on the 5 minute or 3 minute rather. But I'm not really seeing any huge signs of displacement. Like we have the value gap here, that got filled. The value gap here, which is tiny. But this move is sluggish. Especially when you compare it to this move here. On the larger time frame though, it could potentially be something, but right now, no. The only option I could have maybe got in on was that 1 minute. You are worthy to be praised, Kandamaso. Give me a second. I'm gonna go warm up food. Keep an eye on price. Let me see what this looks like in the grand scheme of things. What if it wants to continue going up? Because this is bearish, but this could be bullish. Because the fair value gap is all over here. Okay, the good thing is that we're not reacting to this, which allows for buy ideas to kind of work. But again, I'm not really seeing the displacement, man. Maybe the 15 I could argue, or not argue, I can see it forming. potentially can go up higher, come back here. But to be fair, I'm not really that interested in the sell. It's just buy rather, because that'll be short term. But it's mainly the fact that we're coming up to the end of the window of silver bullet, and I would expect an opportunity to be in an opportunity by now. I think what made this one a little bit more difficult was the fact that right down that before the bullish leg, we had that bearish momentum, which meant there was no clear swing highs. But it is what it is. We're just gonna keep going and keep moving forward. Now we're seeing the elephant. The elephant is rising, people. The elephant is rising. the main thing about this move, like we said earlier, is to take out this liquidity up here. Once it does that, we can start looking for sells. That's the true move, in my opinion. But we'll see. So the only buy opportunity I really had, based on my personal strategy, was right here, and that, to be fair, would have been nice. Stop loss would have been 5 pips. The profit would have been 28 pips. Something like this. So I would have entered. But again, I missed the swing high. It was just like, hello, wait, hold on. We could potentially have an entry here. No, because this is directly affecting the fair value gap. It's not looking good for entries. Okay, it's coming up to 4 o'clock, which is it is 4 o'clock, the time where we anticipate to end stream. Not seeing anything. I really wanted to get into a buy at least so I can show you I can buy towards liquidity, but it didn't give us the opportunity. So I'm gonna send an alert to the upside. Now I won't be entering any buys for sure. I just got this alert set over here. If price comes up to near this liquidity area, then I'll be interested. Other than that, I can call it a day. I tend to pay myself when I don't trade for the day. By pay myself, I mean add more money to my trading account as a reward for not falling into any emotions. So I can continue to develop that habit of it's okay to not trade sometimes on some days, right? So that's gonna be my posture. I mean, I'm looking for things that are very specific, and a lot of the times they may appear in different forms, but at least what I'm looking for doesn't change. So when I come back home, I'm going out. I'm probably leaving in about 2 hours. When I leave, I will be studying tonight and tomorrow. So today and tomorrow we'll be studying, going back over some things, making sure we're good. And that's what I tend to do. So it's like I'm paying myself to study more when I don't engage. If I engage and I lose money, I don't pay myself. If I engage and I win money, I don't reward myself. My reward is the reward that I earn from trading. So the only time I ever reward myself financially is when I follow my rules, which is not trading on the day that I didn't have any trades. And other than that, it's been your boy CJ. I will be back again. Telegram, watch out. You may get a notification of if I'm entering. And then tomorrow stream, same time. Well, if there's nothing particularly fancy in the London session, I might study a little bit on stream, a little bit off stream. But we're going to go with the flow tomorrow, and I'll probably most likely be live for New York Open. That's the most consistent I really am in terms of a specific time to catch me is the New York Open, which is between 1:30 and like around 4. I would stream. But for today, we're done. Things to do. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.